This is the Hypothetically Sound podcast,
hosted by Alec, Randy, and Xavier,
where we take a hypothetical look at the world around us,
exploring the what ifs, maybes, and how comes.
Join in on the unfiltered, raw, and real conversations
as we explore the world around us.
Welcome back to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you guys are having a great day. And as always, I am one of your hosts, Randy, joined by the other host, Alec.
That's me.
And we are continuing our journey on Apple Music's top 100 albums of all time. And today, we are on album number 77, Madonna's Like a Prayer.
Hell yeah.
And she doesn't need much of an intro. Clearly, I don't know anybody who doesn't know who Madonna is.
I know some people, they're like under the age of...
Maybe now, I guess, yeah, under the age of like 10 or 20. That's such a wide range. But yeah, but most people that were born before 2010 know who Madonna is.
Mm-hmm.
Because her music is used in everything. If you watch Deadpool, it's used in Deadpool. But in case you don't know who Madonna is, in case you're young or you just, don't like pop music, Madonna is an American singer, songwriter. Like a Prayer is her fourth studio album. It was released in 1989 by Sire Records. It was a big record for her because she reunited with two of her producers. She collaborated with Prince on the album. And it was a very introspective album for her. Her first one, really. It looks at her troubled upbringing, her trouble with her marriage to actor Sean Penn, the death of her mother, the abuse of her father. So it was a very introspective album, and Madonna actually being very emotional in her music, which she wasn't known for at the time. She sold 15 million copies. She hit top 10 on the Billboard charts, so clearly she was a star. She is known as the greatest pop star of all time. Anytime people compare Beyonce, Taylor Swift, I'm trying to think of other people that they compare her to, but any pop star of today is always compared to Madonna, and their accolades are compared to Madonna's.
Mm-hmm.
Anything I forget, Alec?
No, I don't think so. I'll be honest, I don't know that much about Madonna like that, so even if you did miss something, I'm not the one to tell you.
Fair. But yeah, Madonna is still very popular. Like we said, her music's used everywhere. But we're just gonna get straight into her album, Like a Prayer. It is what, a 11-track album. So let's start at track number 1, Like a Prayer.
Yeah, the title track is the first track.
Yeah.
And this is just a super well-known Madonna song.
Mm-hmm. It's an iconic opener. Like, you hear it and you know it from something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's recognizable, and it will always be recognizable.
Big agree. That's a big agree right there. It's good. It's a good song. It draws you in. Really gives you a taste of her voice if you never listen to Madonna. It's that good, like, 80s-ish sound. I know this came out like right before the 90s, but she still has that 80s sound to it. However, I will say it does drag out a bit at the end.
Yeah,
it's something.
It is a 5-minute song. It feels like it could be like a 3.5-minute song. Only thing I think that saves the song from being one of those just too long songs is she does change pace a lot and change the flow of the repeated lyrics. So at least it's that. But one thing you did hit on, and I'm gonna say this a bunch in her track, a lot of artists are very good at innovating their music, and their music stays timeless. One thing I've always thought about Madonna is her music is very dated. And there's a lot of songs that are very strictly 80s, 90s pop. And this is one of the songs. Like a Prayer will always, if it comes on, you know what decade it's from. You're not going to be confused. You know where it's established in the time. I mean, it's a good track. Like you said, it's a really good track.
Yeah, I ended up giving it an 8 out of 10, even with it dragging on for what seemed like forever.
Yeah, I also gave it an 8 out of 10,
Heck yeah.
which moves us to Express Yourself, another single hit by Madonna, track number 2. It's another catchy song. It's a fun workout song, dancey song.
Hmm. Yeah, this song made me realize, like, Lady Gaga,
Hmm.
is just like a modern day. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Madonna's a modern day Madonna, but like
Hmm.
Lady Gaga is also a modern day Madonna.
Yeah, she took what Madonna did and elevated it, in my opinion.
Yeah, me too. 100%. It does sound like a song that Lady Gaga would sing.
Hmm.
Oof. Um, but yeah, this is just a classic like 70s, 80s sounding woman empowerment song. Like,
One thing I did say, one thing I think uh will stay true with Madonna with a lot of her like popular hits. If you want examples of the point in time where pop music started becoming globally popular, look at like this album and her hits. Express Yourself. If I wanted to introduce someone to pop music who's never heard it before, Express Yourself is a great intro song to pop music.
yeah, yeah, I would say so.
I gave it an 8 out of 10, just like I did Like a Prayer.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Fair.
The next track is a love song.
But it's not a
This
love song.
It's not a love song. On paper, man, Prince and Madonna
Mhm.
sounds fantastic. As a fan of Prince, I was kind of excited to hear this. She intros in French, and I'm like, okay, and then it just goes downhill from there, in my opinion.
Yeah. I
Um,
disagree with you, but yeah.
I feel like it was very experimental.
Mhm.
I was a little thrown off by the beat selection that they chose, and there's almost like this awkward inserts between the two
Mhm.
and ad libs that I wasn't very fond of.
Yeah.
Again, it's very experimental in my opinion. It's just not for me though.
No, understandable. I did enjoy the song. It's actually my favorite song on the album. Uh, it's not what I expected. And then the more it went, the better I liked it. Uh, the sound, like I agree with some of the sounds being different and weird. It kind of sound like uh people were using power tools when they came for it, but when it starts flowing and you get the Prince element into the song, and then Madonna joins him, it flows, and I think they sound great together. Um, but to establish what you're saying, where it sounds like they sound a little awkward, they didn't record together. Uh, she and Prince agreed to make the song. I believe that she even went to Minnesota to record. And traditional to Prince things, Prince did what the fuck he wanted, and they didn't record together. And so
Yeah,
Prince did his stuff, and then Madonna had to do her stuff on top of it. And at least in this era, went and created awkward moments.
yeah. I just couldn't get over it to be honest. I ended up giving the song a 5 out of 10.
Oh wow, I gave it a 8.5 out of 10.
See, like it's almost 5 minutes of just that awkward sound to me. So I was
Hmm.
like, I'm not fucking with it.
No, that's fair. That's so point. Everybody has their own opinion. This is one of our biggest differences so far.
It is one of our biggest differences so far.
But that moves us to track number 4, "Till Death Do Us Part." Uh, this, I'm not gonna lie, when it started, the sound of the intro is the typical song I skip when I'm just doing shuffle on my Spotify, especially when it comes to pop music. Like just something about the sound, the intro makes me want to skip it all the time, and I instantly wanted to skip it, but I couldn't. Like it's not bad or anything. Like it gets going. It's just something about the intro and that those chords just don't strike well with me.
Yeah, man. This is like a divorcee's theme song
Hmm.
to me. Um, it has an upbeatish pop song like beat to it.
Yeah.
But it's like semi more heavy lyrics. It's literally, I believe, was written right after she divorced Sean Penn.
Hmm.
Uh, but in my opinion, I thought it was catchy, and it kind of, for me, it kind of pulled me in a little bit. Proving to be like easy to listen to. And I gave that a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay, fair. I gave I'm sorry, I lost my sheets went all the way up. I believe I gave it a 6 out of 10. My rating system, because I had to mute my mic because our dog is snoring to my left right now. Uh and so yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, okay.
Which moves us to track 5, Promise to Try, which is the first ballad on the album.
I'm sorry for
Yeah.
laughing. My notes are very, very ballad song, 7 out of 10. That's all.
Yeah, Madonna has a very uniquely raspy voice. And people who love Madonna are going to hate me on this. I don't think she has a great voice. I think she has a voice that is made for the music that she makes. Uh, and ballads are not her strong suit. And this song is an example of it. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Like, it's a good sound. I just think her vocals are weak.
Okay.
Which moves us to track 6, Cherish. And wow, is that a dramatic shift in sound from Promise to Try to Cherish.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I also put it a much different vibe than like the last two songs.
Hmm. It goes like anger, ballad, teeny pop. It's
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
I mean, to be fair, this is probably kind of, in my opinion, just as emotional as "Till Death Do Us Part."
Hmm.
Like you can hear the happiness in her voice, which is like
Yeah.
something Madonna's really good at, is expressing her emotion in
Especially
her
when
song.
the Cherish lines in the chorus.
Hmm. Uh, uh, Ironically, this was also written about Sean Penn, like during their marriage,
Yeah.
which I feel like is a really fucked up thing to do and put after
Till
"Till
death.
Death Do Us
Yeah.
Part." Yeah. Um. But yeah, dude. I mean, in this one, her voice again is just soothing. You can hear like you can hear the happiness she had during the
Hmm.
time.
Yeah.
And it's just easy to get lost in her music. It's a peaceful sound.
Hmm.
It's like good background music.
Yeah. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I know
That's
I
fair.
sound like I glazed that song real good, but I mean, um, next track then is "Dear Jessie."
Yeah.
Um, this is a very Disney song.
I wrote very sunny teeny pop.
Yeah, this is a Disney song. This is a Disney song that they put in like your main character's feeling not great, and oh, here comes Auntie Madonna to cheer her up. That's
Hmm.
literally what this felt like.
I also like it sounds like a lullaby to me. Like it goes with the Disney and someone coming to cheer. It sounds like a teeny pop lullaby. Like the baby's crying. Let's sing this to her.
Mhm. Honestly, I'm sure it's a good song,
Hmm.
and it is a good song, but it's not for me.
No.
Like, I'm sure this is some people's favorites, but it's not for me. I think it was also written for someone specifically, and you can definitely tell it was like she was
Yeah.
singing it to them, as you said, it's like a lullaby. I ended up giving this a 6 out of 10.
I gave it a 5 out of 10, and I did write. I will not listen to it again. I don't think it's a bad song. Like you said, it is just not for me.
Mhm.
Um, like you said, she wrote it for someone specifically, uh, and apparently, what's interesting about the song is it is limited, or it was limited to the UK, Australia, and Japan
Interesting.
when it was released. Uh, and this song was about Patrick Leonard, who was a producer on the track. It was about his daughter.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And with that, we move to track 8 called "Oh Father," which goes back to her Catholic upbringing.
Mhm.
A very powerful, very emotional sound in lyrics.
Yo, I just want to let you know if you're gonna listen to "Oh Father," you do need to listen to "Dear Jesse" beforehand because
Hmm.
it has a sick transition.
Yeah, I
Also,
agree.
kind of super fucked up. Like it's a song like dedicated to someone, and then she goes into like a song that apparently was written after her mother's death and is about her estranged father,
Hmm. Yeah.
who is hinted at being pretty abusive in this song.
Hmm. No, yeah, it's a great song, fantastic song.
Yeah, emotional whiplash. Like again, you really don't expect it after Dear Jesse, especially you go from Disney to literally like her being depressed as fuck. And
Hmm.
again, Madonna's real good at expressing her emotions through her songs.
Yeah,
So
this is definitely, while like I really did love song. I'm just a huge Prince fan, and I like the sound. Um, Oh Father's probably very close to being my favorite
mhm,
track just because of the emotion she put into it.
it is my favorite track actually.
Yeah, like it's very close, very
Mhm.
close. I did give it an 8 out of 10.
I also gave it an 8 out of 10, which moves us on to Keep It Together. Which honestly, after Oh Father, it was a good emotional debrief. Like it's like Kim. I don't, not exactly like Kim, but it's like what they did on the Marshall Mathers LP. You put something that feels kind of heavy, and then you give them something to like give that like relief
Yeah.
and to like like for your audience to like clear themselves a little bit from a heavy song.
Mhm.
Um, and I think it's a well needed change of pace too,
Yeah.
because like at this point you have like so much whiplash. Like you had Till Death Do Us Part, and then Promise to Try, then fucking Cherish, and then Dear Jess, like
Yeah,
Jesse,
she's
and then it
going
was
back and forth,
yeah,
back and
it's
forth.
a roller coaster ride of just
Mhm.
like songs of emotions. So yeah, Keep It Together was a nice change of pace, and I think like the position it was in also made me rate it a little bit higher.
Mhm.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, it was a nice upbeat 90s pop catchy song.
Hmm.
Uh it is another example of why she was popular, so popular in the 80s and 90s.
Hmm.
She does pop incredibly well. Like there's a reason she's rated 77, there's a reason she's the queen of pop. She does it. She is pop. She gets it. It's just like Jay-Z gets hip hop, Beyonce gets R&B, pop, hip hop. Like certain people just get music, and Madonna's one of those people.
Hmm.
I gave the track a 7 out of 10.
I ended up also giving it a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Which moves us on to the penultimate track, which is Pray for Spanish Eyes, a track that was written for one of her friends that just so happened to die of AIDS at the time, which was, taboo
Hmm.
like topic
Which
in
is
like the
wild.
80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the times it was basically due to the stigma and
Hmm.
homophobia of the
Just
70s and
lack of
80s.
education, lack
Hmm.
of caring to treat it. Yeah.
So So this song coming out and it being about what it was about is kind of a statement point for Madonna.
Hmm. And obviously, "Pray for Spanish Eyes" has a Spanish influence.
Mhm.
Uh, and unlike last track with Elton John, Jamaican Jerk Off, uh, I think she does it well. I think it's not taking entirely the Spanish style, but it's taking elements of the Spanish style.
Mhm.
Some Spanish guitar, some Spanish cymbals, Spanish instruments, and mixing it into what she does well. And I think it sounds good.
Yeah, yeah. It's a mix of sounds. Uh, Everything you've heard so far from Madonna with a little bit of flair to it.
Definitely stays dated. Definitely sounds like, and maybe it's because it's not remastered.
Yeah.
But it definitely sounds like a 90s pop song.
Mhm. Um, I think the chorus is saying well, and the lyrics are pretty well done.
Mhm.
There are some awkward moments that don't fit really well in this song in particular. This doesn't really reflect my score, but in this song in particular, you notice it. But Madonna does a lot of like 3 or 4 not sentence, but like word, like 3 or 4 words per line, and she only
Yeah,
does like 4 lines for a verse, and then she goes into her chorus.
long chorus. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
and
like the opposite of Elton John.
it's really weird,
Hmm.
and it's like, oh, okay, because she'll say like basically nothing in her verse, and then
But isn't that pop music though?
I mean,
For the most part, it's a
uh,
very.
maybe I guess
You're,
I don't listen to pop like that to be like, yeah, that's pop for sure. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like the pop music that I've heard that's popular is very, very catchy chorus with bare minimum verses.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, that's fair. I just figured like something more like "Oh Father," where it had a
Hmm.
little bit more depth per verse, with the chorus being what it is. Even with that said, it is a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave it the exact same score, 7 out of 10, which moves us to the final track on the album, track number 11, Act of Contrition, which is more of an outro than a song.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's this? Ding, 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 ding. You hear that? Ding, 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 ding. Hater alert. Hey, I fucking
No,
hated this.
oh, did you hate it?
Yeah, I fucking hated this, bro.
So I can probably guess why you hated it. It is very experimental. It
Yes.
is Madonna's "Like a Prayer" chorus played backwards with an uncredited Prince solo guitar that he probably just did in the studio and she
Also,
took,
also reversed.
also reversed,
And
and then
then
just
she's
her
saying a
talking
prayer.
over it. Yeah,
Yeah, she's
saying
just
the
saying a prayer.
a Catholic prayer over top of it.
And man, like the idea's cool. I didn't like it.
I did research a song because I was like, that sounds like a Prince guitar, and then it was.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about it. It just a lot of going on. I hate like the reverse sound. I
Hmm.
think it sounded like shit. The reverse guitar sounds also don't sound very great. And then she's just talking over it. It's just a lot of nonsense in my ears at the time.
Hmm.
Um, and it just felt out of place. Like I usually try to think about like what the outro means for the album, and
Hmm.
it was just so much jumbled up in my ears and my head. I just honestly couldn't think.
That's fair.
However, Popular by The Weeknd featuring Madonna
Hmm.
auto queued after the album, so there's some bonus points given to this. I was like, damn, I got to listen to The Weeknd. That's
What did you
nice.
give the song?
4 out of 10.
Oof. I did give it a 7 out of 10. I not rating it as a song. I am rating it as an outro, and I get why you didn't like it. I knew as soon as you said you didn't like it, I understood exactly why you didn't like it. I didn't mind it as much, so that's why I gave it 7 out of 10.
That's fair.
So yeah, that's Madonna's "Like a Prayer," 11 tracks. Pretty quick listen, pretty easy listen. Uh, I understand why this is her a popular album. People like introspective albums. She takes a hard look inside of herself while making this album, and other people take a look inside herself while helping her make this album.
Mm,
I The meme of it was a 6.8, like 6.82, I think it was,
mhm.
and I'm gonna stick with that. 6.82 is what I am giving "Like a Prayer."
All right, yeah. Funnily enough, mine's a 6.6.
Ooh, close.
Yes,
It
it's
was that
very
four. It
close.
was that final four.
There's that final 4 that definitely knocked it down a bit. But yeah, I mean, overall, the album wasn't bad at all. I would recommend it if you're into like 80s music.
Yeah,
If
100%.
you're into 80s like girl pop.
Yeah, definitely worth listening if you're into pop music in general. You'll see a lot of the influences your current favorites have
Yeah, for sure.
and what they took.
However, I will also have to say that Lady Gaga
It's
is
better.
just a better Madonna.
Yeah.
Like they sound so like the way they sing and like everything Madonna brings to the table. Lady Gaga was clearly influenced, studied the game, and perfected it.
Yep. I
Like
agree.
it's just how it is, unfortunately. But Madonna's still fantastic. She is still Madonna. Like
Yeah.
without Madonna, Lady Gaga would not exist.
Hmm.
Probably.
And with that, Alec, it is the time that everybody craves and needs as they listen to our episode. the shout out.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to anyone who's ever petted a shark.
Yeah, did they flip them upside down?
I don't know. I think I got to pet one once at like SeaWorld or something,
Yeah.
from like
In
Baby
the
Sharks
yeah.
aquarium. Yeah. So that was pretty neat. But like if you got to like swim with the sharks and they like flip them upside down so you can give them belly rubs and shit, that's pretty cool.
Hey, you
I would
flip them
never do
upside,
it
they
because I'm black
go.
because I can't swim. And
I ain't getting in the water with no sharks.
yeah, oh God. Well, there's a cage between. I don't give two shits.
My
Don't give
heart's
two
gonna
shits.
give out. I don't need a shark to bite me as well. So
I'm just gonna punch it in the nose through the cage.
thank you
Teach it.
guys.
Teach
for
it for
listening.
swimming near me. That's animal abuse. I would never do that. By the way, I respect
I'm
animals.
punching. Fuck that shit. I'll punch a
Nah, I'm
shark in the
not
nose.
punching a shark in the nose,
If
bro.
I'm
Because
in the water
what if I
peacefully minding
missed?
my business, I'm punching him in his
Yeah,
nose.
if I'm in fucking Hawaii chilling like a villain and a shark comes up on me, yeah, I'm gonna try to fight and protect myself. But if I'm paid someone to put me in the fucking water with
Yeah,
them,
then I'm
I'm
not
not gonna
punching.
punch him in the nose. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, okay. That makes more sense in my brain.
Also, like, it's really weird because I've seen videos of people like defending off sharks and stuff, and they punch it, but like the water resistance is so, like, how
Yeah.
hard do I have to punch for the shark to be like, that kind of
I mean,
hurt?
honestly, the shark's probably just weirded out. I'm
Honestly,
moving through this water with ease. I could bite your entire body in half, and you're going to throw a little baby punch?
yeah, it's like black bears versus brown bears, right? Like we just watched Cocaine Bear, but we had this discussion about what kind of animal we think we could fight, right? And the chances is like if it's a black bear, you should try to fight back because they get scared, you know. And if it's a brown bear, you hide and pretend to be dead so they lose interest. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
is when you go to fight the bear, like the black bear, and it's like, oh shit, what is it doing? Especially when you're way smaller than it. They're like, oh no, what does it know that I don't? Like, why is it so confident? And it's just like it's weirded out, and it walks away. And brown bears probably just see you laying down. They don't even think you're dead. They're just like, the fuck is he doing? Does he not want to live? What? I don't want to eat him anymore, and they'll just leave. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I think animals just like our defenses against animals that are proven. I think it's just like they're like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And they're just like too awkward to engage anymore, and so they just leave. You know?
That's a good point.
Anyways, that was the episode.
Yeah, that was the episode. You know where to find us? We're at Hypothetically Sound on every social media site.
Almost every social
we have
media
blogs.
site.
We're selling new stickers on freeallocate.bigcartel.com. Go check it out. Yeah, it's a big leak. It's all in our descriptions. And as always, we hope you enjoyed the episode, and we hope you have a great day.
Yes.
Deuces.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you enjoyed the episode. All episodes can be found at hypotheticallysound.podbean.com, as well as on Apple, Spotify, and Pandora. For full unedited video versions of the podcast, please visit us at youtube.com/hypotheticallysound.